You are now tuned in to The Essentials.
Music you need to know. That was what was getting them to those championships. It wasn't Kobe alone.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I agree.
the new generation of Lakers just needs to understand that. So you can't have one. You can't just rely on one.
Takes a team.
Player.
It takes a team.
It takes a team. There's no I in team. But it was an amazing game. I'm sure everyone's wilding out right now. Just feeling.
Yeah, I already know my family, my homies are all just going crazy.
I'm kind of excited though. We were just talking about how, later on in 5 years we were going to be able to say, when Kobe retired, we watched his last game at Homegirl Radio.
That's true.
We were on air.
On air.
With
watching live streaming.
Waju, Liz, Fourth Beats, and Cam Gnarly's. And
Lord
knows where you guys will be. And it's going to be a dope. It's just going to be a dope memory, and I really appreciate everyone that's here with us tonight.
Exactly.
And I know we were just interviewing you, and sorry, Kobe came in. And
I'm not mad. I'm not.
But we're going to get back to your interview, and we were just kind of talking about how you have an amazing stage presence, and how I asked you if you had been coached, because that's how good it was.
I remember now. Yeah. No coaching.
No coaching. How'd you? What is it?
I have no. I haven't been trained or anything. I just kind of try and be as sincere as possible whenever I'm on the microphone, and just convey every word or feeling that I may be, expressing through that song at the moment. So I try and really embody whatever it is that I created and get it out as straightforward as possible. I don't know, but there's no training behind it. That's just my method, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So you really fall into the song basically and just let it go.
Yeah.
Let yourself go.
Exactly.
That's dope. Well, speaking of your performances, we just saw you perform last week.
Yes.
At Cam Gnarly's Manifestival.
Yep, that was dope.
And there's a lot of dope talent in the room. It was
yes, sir.
A lot of fun. And I just want you to speak on, because there's a certain song that you were performing that really captivated the crowd, and I just wanted you to speak on Waju the Politician.
The Politician. Okay. Speaking on the track, or just speaking on Waju the Politician?
Speak on Waju the Politician and go into what the track means.
Okay. As Waju the Politician, I like to say that I stand for something, not just anything, not just doing whatever and kind of following anybody's path. It's kind of I stand for following your own path.
Mm-hmm.
As a politician, I'm on the run for the presidents, and I think you should be too. And that's my slogan.
What does this mean?
It just means that I might go on a campaign, and when I go on a campaign, what I actually mean when I'm going on a campaign is just go get your money, but also be yourself, stand for yourself, run for yourself. Don't let somebody run for you. That's kind of my message as a politician.
Do you want to be? You consider yourself obviously like an independent artist? Do you want to continue to be an independent artist?
You know what? I would like to. That would be tight. I would like to just see where any and everything goes, but I would like to be an independent artist for sure. I consider myself an independent artist, and I see myself being independent as long as I possibly can. Mm-hmm. But you never know what the future holds as well. Keeping it open.
You're keeping it open. Okay. I just want to say, if someone were to come up to you today and offer you something,
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't bite at any and everything. Nah, it's more so I like to build my own first, and then yeah, just build my own first. That's where I'm going with it to start off, and then see where it goes from there.
Okay. Yeah, because you've definitely set a really, I think, a really well-established foundation, you know?
Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to get something solid beneath me before I really start to try and keep going up. Because if you go up and up and up and get to a certain height and your foundation wasn't strong enough, it could crack on you and you have a long fall.
Mm-hmm.
And you get hurt even more. So I'm just trying to make sure that the foundation's strong.
And you have a new project coming out.
Yes, I do. Juice Box is the name of it.
Nice.
What is this Juice Box?
Well, actually, it's a nickname of mine, Waju the Juice Man.
Mm-hmm.
People would call me that all the time, or they just call me Juice instead of Waju. I don't know why. That's just a nickname I've acquired,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like one of the reasons why it's called that. And I'm also doing the project. It's completely produced by my boy Huss.
Nice.
It's my bro. He's the tightest beats ever, and you're gonna hear about him real soon. But he also worked at a spot called Juice Served Here, and it's like a juice, cold pressed juicery. And then he ended up getting me a job there, so I worked there as well, and we both just worked for a juice spot. And he makes beats that are hella juiced up, and they call me the Juice Man. So this is the Juice Box. There's a lot of meanings behind it. There's a whole lot more meanings behind it. I could keep going, but yeah.
And what can we expect from the Juice Box?
Well,
Aside from juiced up beats and...
You know what? You can expect an array of things. It won't be just one style, one sound. It will be a vibe. It will all have like a feel, because it's all coming from one source and two people. But it's not all the songs are gonna be the same. It's all gonna be kind of dynamic, straightforward, and creative at the same time. Something a little different.
Okay. And Liz actually had a few questions for you as well.
Hit me.
Oh yeah, talk about your connections to everyone. I mean, I feel like a lot of people that we come across, they know
Waju.
Waju.
Waju's the homie. That's the homie.
I didn't even know. Ty.
He's like, yeah.
Shout out to the homies, all the homies out there. I see you when I see you. When you see me, say what's up, because we homies.
That's dope. Well, like how do you go about even like keeping those connections intact?
You know what? I just, if I see somebody and I know them, just kind of talk to them, say what's up. See, like always greet the people you know, and meet new people if you can, and just keep on networking and see what people are up to, man. It's always cool to interact. Yeah. So whenever I see somebody, if I'm out and I happen to be at an event or just anywhere really, sometimes I run into people at random times walking down the street. So it's like, oh hey, what's up? And that's kind of how it goes. Whenever that's how I hear about other people. Oh yeah, that's the homie. And some people say that about plenty, like Verbs. Yeah. A lot of people know Verbs.
Verbs is the homie.
Verbs is the homie. That's his Twitter handle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's similar. I just kind of make sure to say what's up.
Is that how that Mibs collab kind of came about, or?
You know what? Actually, that's just a random small world thing where my boy Huss just makes tight beats and ended up linking up with Mibs, and I'm working with Huss, and we all ended up just vibing and laughing and becoming homies and working on stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Huh.
And there was one more thing before we go into some more
questions that we're
I guess questions. You want to ask him more. Okay. We have some questions that we ask all of our guests that come in here.
Okay.
And one of them is called The Music Baby. And I made it up.
The Music Baby?
Yeah. And basically it's your dream collab without you in it.
Ah.
So basically if you could orchestrate one track and you had the budget to bring anyone in the studio, or you had magic hands, who would you bring?
Magic hands, and I could just bring anybody.
Yeah, you had the golden touch.
Dang, what a question.
In the studio. You can't be part of it, though. You have to just watch.
Yeah.
I know, it kind of sucks.
I always wondered what this is just random, a J Dilla Eminem collab would have been like, but that's just really random. But if it would be like a song, maybe like Quincy Jones and like Erykah Badu and somebody else really soulful or cool, that would be tight.
Okay, so you're like a more soulful person.
I mean, I would love to see Waka Flocka on there too. Like becoming yourself, the best you possible, and just really grow.
Shout out to growth.
Yes, shout out.
And we're gonna get into some more sounds from Waju, or some sounds from Waju.
Yes.
Hey.
And Liz got the playlist on deck.
Yeah.
My computer's being taken up by ESPN, so I don't really have my cards on me right now.
It's all Kobe.
Yeah. So what are the tracks on it? I know that Balance was on there.
Yeah. Shack Attack. And
Oh.
Always. So.
Hey.
Is there anything that you want to say about the tracks before we get into them?
I rapped on them and I tried my hardest.
And we love them.
That's it.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. I think that's
Thanks.
the best intro thus far.
Tight.
We love them.
I just squeaked. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get into some Waju. Let us know what you think.
Hey.
Tweet us at Essentials Radio and like us on Instagram at The Essentials Radio.
Some of the songs from The Posse Prevails. So that's going to be cool.
I'm excited. And when is the Posse Prevail going to come out? Prevails.
It's looking like 420.
That's always a good celebratory
I like 420.
day.
It's just a day to celebrate. Like,
Sounds promising.
it's a gift to not only myself, because I've been working hard on it, but to the homies, like something to spark your blunts to in a good way.
Okay. And I'm sorry, these headphones are bugging me. But why did you want to do your listening party here? And you guys have been definitely partying. It sounds.
Yeah.
in this room.
Yeah, M16's back there telling jokes and shit. It's hilarious. They're talking about what? Yeah, they're talking about getting lost in the forest. There's a lot of stories and banter going on back there. But I wanted to do it here because I love homegrown radio. I love the essentials. Like what you guys do, like the platform that you guys provide is tight, and it would be only right. So I like to come here. Thank you guys for letting me just pop up here all the time.
You here.
Honorary member.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a badge.
I need a badge or like a pass or something.
You're just
Something like that.
And shout out to
Can I get a
you guys
segment?
see
Like
it.
I just like get my own segment?
No.
No?
The
Okay.
camera segment.
Yeah, she was like, nah.
What would that consist of?
Just like
Gnarly stuff.
yeah, gnarly stuff, like really stuff that Cam likes, like
No.
artists that I think you should check out, or like.
Whoa, we're doing that already.
Oh, you
bro.
guys do that already though, right? So it would probably just consist of like previews of like new music and
Fun fact.
Nice.
yeah, fun facts like upcoming Mana festivals and shows and stuff like that.
How his dreads are coming out.
Yeah, my dreads are growing, by the way. So shout out to that. I really wake up some days. I'm like, hey man, today sucked, but at least my hair grew a little bit.
Aw, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Wait, are you trying to grow them out really long?
Yeah, that's the goal. Like for them to like get long. They're getting longer. Like they're now starting to like go past my face. Like I wake up like in my eyes. A new problem that I'm feeling is like they get in my ears, which is really weird. Like that's never happened to me before. Before it was like yeah, it's like behind my ear, in my ear. I was trying to scratch my ear. I was like, what is in my ear? And
That
it's
is
my
so
hair.
random.
It's my hair.
Or like I'll think somebody's tapping me or something, but it's just my hair. So it's new. It's positive change. So
They represent patience, right?
Yeah, for me definitely. I twisted my own hair too, so like I've never had my hair twisted by someone else. Like I did it all myself.
Like I think in certain cultures, that's what they represent. They
Yeah,
represent patience and wisdom. So that's why like the
In the Rastafari.
Yeah, the older you
God
are,
bless.
the bigger, longer your dreads are.
Yeah, I'm still young.
I'm so young.
My dreads are a representation of my youth, and I'm still in my youth.
And okay, so we're gonna get into your listening party, and if you want, you can bring everyone in here so we can all listen to what you got.
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna I'm gonna play a few all the way through because we're still putting the touches on it, but I'm gonna play something for you guys tonight that's pretty important.
Nice.
Okay, so what do we have on deck tonight?
Tonight we're gonna play the opening track to side A, which is called Avenues.
There are 2 sides.
Yeah, it's 2 sides. The Positive Prevails is a EP of 8 songs.
Nice.
4 songs on side A, 4 songs on side B. So I'm gonna play a song, probably like a couple songs from side A, and maybe like 1 song from side B. So yeah, I'll play the opening song for the project. I'm only like, this is only a preview. It will sound different when you hear it, just the way it's mixed into the project as a whole. But as the song itself, like I'm gonna play the song for you guys tonight, and that's produced by Cast One. It's called Avenues, and then after that, we'll probably get into another track by Cast One, which is called Uber, and then after that, I'm gonna play a song off side B called Take a Trip, and that song. And, yeah.
Is there kind of a storyline for this?
Yeah, there is. Avenues kind of picks up where like GoPro left off, kind of. And you'll know more why, like when the project comes out, like the intro to the project, it begins with a prayer, and GoPro ended with a prayer, into like playing more towards like the mentality of like what the project is about, or like where my mentality is. It's like, being tested, and that's just my mentality as far as like doing music in general, like trying to prevail continuously, like be and reach my higher self. Like, there was levels to where like I put out my first piece of music, and that was like being comfortable being myself, and then GoPro is like the site of like realizing that, okay, I got to reach my higher self, and Positive Prevails is just like another chapter in that of like, once I realized that, like my positive mentality and positive mind state is going to like push me forward.
You have it in your hands now.
Yeah.
And you're going to go ahead and go with it.
And it kind of tells stories and speaks, like the lyrics, like I always try to say, like the music is eclectic, but the lyrics is what ties everything together. So some songs sonically don't sound the same. Like on side A is a little bit different from side B, like the way that the songs correlate together. But like it's the lyrics that tie everything together. Like I always say, like when I was doing GoPro, like the whole mentality of the project was like to go pro, go professional, go provide, go produce, without it being like corny. In a sense, like really, I'm not Mr. Rogers and stuff like that. Like that's my mentality, but I'm telling it from my perspective, like, and I'm not like a perfect person, so some of the stories and stuff like that may not be something that everybody can listen to, but it's a story that needs to be told and stuff that needs to be heard. And the Positive Prevails is like that too. Like it speaks, like the general theme of all the songs is that your positive mentality is going to get you where you want to go. Like that's what's working for me, and that's what has like propelled me and kept me in a up, to quote from a song from the project, like an upward mobility. There's a song in there that speaks on like this is just upward mobility mixed with spiritual stability, like being able to balance out, like I have goals, I need to keep going up without compromising what it means to be me. Like, so that's what the Positive Prevail is all about, like not being anything besides myself in all facets of myself. And sometimes when people say like, oh, you make like positive music, like my messages and my energy is positive, but like not all stories would not all songs would necessarily be like perceived that way. It's about like the energy that's surrounding it, even though like some songs and some stories may be a little taboo as far as like a person who says like, oh, I make like positive music. Like it's the energy to the music is positive without it necessarily being like what's the like super goody two shoes. Like there's a duality to it, and that's what the project, the side A and side B, is about. Like the duality of like trying to maintain a positive mentality while like doing all these things. And from my perspective, it's like as an artist, dealing with like the struggles of maintaining a oneness for self and like being able to keep my balance spiritually and mentally as I'm putting myself constantly in different places and around different people and different energies, and using a lot of depleting a lot of my energy in working so hard. So, and then also it talks about going through different relationships and getting out of different relationships and trying to find like your mentality and how to grow from things, like growing from different lessons and doing more with less, and what else, like opening your mind to different avenues. And that's just like those are the themes of like most of the songs, like falling in love, falling out of love, opening your mind to different avenues, staying focused and working hard. From my perspective as an artist, as far as like doing music and doing shows and what it takes for me to be who I'm becoming and who I already am anyways. So that's just what the whole project's about, like the duality of the posse prevails, the duality of myself. Like I've always walked a thin line between like like a light and dark, I feel like, but I think that's the nature of life for me anyway. Like there's good and there's bad, and I'm just trying to remain positive and maintain my path personally. So I could ramble on forever, but yeah.
No, I think that this is important for the generations that are coming up, especially in hip hop, because there's a lot of focus on negative. There's a lot of focus on heartbreak, but there's never a focus on unity, and there's never a focus on positivity. Everyone's just dwelling in pain, and they're dwelling.
Yeah, it's really cool to be sad these days.
It's so cool to be The Weeknd and be totally alienated by love and lust and all these things that are supposed to unify us, And I think it's important for people to try to connect. And what's cool about, the posse wave movement that you guys have, you and all your friends have been, pushing, and that I've been following, and that I support 1,000%.
Thank you.
It's all about, you sound, we sound crazy and we sound kind of like hippies saying it's all about positivity. It's hard to like, but it's really not. It's an energy that takes a lot of strength and a lot of like mental awareness. And
that's why I try to acknowledge like
able to push and act and make a part of your life. Like it's a whole different thing. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to live it out, and for you to write a whole project on living it out. And times where it's hard, and times where it's easy, and times when you're hurt, when you're hurting, when you hurt others, when things aren't where you want them to be, but you have a vision and you're staying on that positive.
And that's why I try to like be aware to speak that the mentality and the energy is positive, but like me and Konami were talking like a couple days ago, like the energy is positive, but doesn't mean like negative situations don't occur. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna have a negative thought. Like a person will really try to play you short when you just say like you're a positive person. Like they a lot of people will take, especially in this time, a kindness or a positive mentality for weakness, and it doesn't make you weak at all. Like, and you're gonna encounter these situations no matter what kind of world you dwell in. And that's why I try to always speak on the light and the dark of it all, because even a positive man will walk a dark path sometimes, even in the interest of trying to do something better for the people around him. Like it's not always easy.
No one is perfect.
No one. So that's what we and like all my friends like who speak on the positive waves and the positive movement, the positive vibes, like that's the mentality. Like none of us are perfect, but we're just trying to help the world be better.
And on that note, we are gonna get into some Cam Gnarly music, new music, especially for us here on the Essentials.
That's right. You guys will have to wait another week to hear this anywhere else, so turn it up a little bit.
All right, Cam, take it away. You go ahead and intro it, and Fourth is gonna play.
This is one of the first tracks on The Posse Prevails, produced by Cast One. This is Avenue.